Hi, this is Tara Marina with elegantfemme.com, and I was going to say parisfashionschool.com because that's the last time I did a video. That's where I was. I am recently home from Paris Fashion School, now back in the base of the French Alps and integrating and assimilating very quickly back into being a mom and a wife. And I wanted to connect with you on something. You know, a recent conversation with my clients, and this is something that I hear comes up for a lot of women, and that is the question of, am I ready? And that quickly translates into, how do I know if I am ready? And I will tell you that in my experience and what I've learned along the way in my life and stepping into desire after desire is really coming into a process to know what it really means to be ready, and how I allow myself as a woman when an opportunity comes up to step into it without feeling overwhelmed or indecisive. And so what I want to share with you today is a 4-part process to how to know if you're ready, okay? Because this is what happens, and I see this happen with a lot of women. We'll want something in our lives, right? And then it'll show up and we'll say, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. You know what I mean? Sound familiar? I speak with a lot of women who will say to me, Tara, this is what I really want. This is the vision I really want. And they don't know why it's not there yet for them. And then I'll watch opportunities arise for them in their life, and they'll say, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready. I'm waiting. Okay? That is a form of self-sabotage. When an opportunity shows up for us and we say, I don't know if I'm ready, it's a form of self-sabotage that keeps us stuck. And this is really what makes the difference between a woman who is thinking about what she really wants to live in her life versus the woman who is living what she wants to live in her life. So I'm going to share with you the 4-part process. So number 1, it's a big shift that I want you to really hear. Okay? It's more than a mindset shift. It's a really a visceral shift on how I want you to start looking at opportunities in your life. The opportunity would not show up if you weren't ready. Now, you're going to say, wait a minute, how is that true? It's absolutely true. I really feel that whatever door opens up for you couldn't be opened unless you were ready to walk through it. Now, that doesn't mean that when the door opens, you're not scared and you go, oh gosh, I can't believe that door opened so quick, so soon. I don't know if I'm ready. Should I study more? The door wouldn't open if you weren't ready. When I was at fashion school, a woman, a very famous designer, told a story that a woman was ready to work with her. And this designer didn't have a lot of experience yet. And she had the same question, like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready. And the woman said to her, if I'm willing to take a chance on you, why are you not willing to take a chance on you? And I really feel that that's how the universe responds to us. When we ask for something in our life and an opportunity shows up, it's like the universe saying, look, you said you wanted it. I'm willing to take a chance on you. Aren't you willing to take a chance on you? So the first step is really understanding as a woman that when the opportunity shows up, you're ready. It wouldn't show up if you weren't ready, okay? So that's step 1. Step 2 is to stop waiting. Stop waiting. You know, I am so thankful and grateful that I learned this lesson in my life at such a young age, because it was very easy, could have been very easy for me to say, you know what, I'll move to France when I've retired. I'll go to fashion school when the kids are grown and they're in college. Wait. How many people do you know, and really, how often do you do this for yourself when you say, I'll do it when? I'll do it when? I'm waiting. Preparing, waiting. In today's day and age, we are overwhelmed with preparation. I can't tell you how many women I've talked to that have been working on their business plans for years and years and years, still waiting to perfect it, waiting for the one last thing that they feel that they need to know in order to get started. How many coaches that are out there that are still waiting and perfecting their programs when they could have already had clients by now? You need to stop waiting. Waiting is overrated. Waiting is overrated. In fact, Dr. Seuss has a book called The Waiting, and in one of the chapters is called The Waiting Place. And it talks about waiting. You don't want to wait for things to show up for you in your lives. When that door opens, you walk through it. Don't wait. Next year, tomorrow, someday. Waiting doesn't serve you when you're making a decision. Waiting doesn't serve you to be ready. So step 2 is to stop waiting. Step 3, you have to find a mentor. You really do. I can't stress this enough. It's so easy for us to kind of go back into the waiting place when we start to take a step forward because it's scary, right? When we walk through that door, step into that opportunity, we don't want to be alone. You don't have to do it alone, and you're not supposed to do it alone. When I was getting ready to leave Paris Fashion School, a really big opportunity opened up for me. And my director called me and she gave me a phone number. She said, I want you to call this art director. They want to meet with you. All of a sudden, Friday, before I left school, I was meeting with one of the top art directors in Paris, and so much unfolded. And I will tell you, I was sitting there looking at what he was saying, the timetable, the budget, we're going to do this. And inside I was going, oh, I don't know if I'm ready. Am I ready? Am I ready? And then the beautiful piece of me that said, Tara, this wouldn't be happening if you weren't ready. But I needed him. I needed a mentor. I couldn't do it on my own, right? And I'm not supposed to do it on my own, and you're not either. You need somebody that you can look up to, that has been where you're wanting to go, that can hold you accountable, that can remind you that you wanted to go through that door. Because once you go through that door, go through that opportunity, there's going to be pieces of you that say, oh, I don't know. Did I really want to go through this door? And you require a mentor that says, yes, you wanted to. I'm going to hold you accountable to going through the door, and I'm going to help you walk through the door. So you require a mentor, okay? Step 4 is you require a supportive group around you. Look, it's really, really easy today to find people who will tell you it's not possible, you shouldn't do that, it's really scary to walk through that door, why don't you stay over here on the safe side, you're not ready, why don't you practice more, why don't you learn more? It's really easy to find that group of people. What's really invaluable is for you to find a group of women that believes in what you're wanting to achieve, that knows that life is more than just the status quo. A group of women that is in the vibration of possibilities and aliveness and desire. It's invaluable to start surrounding yourself with that type of energy, because that will support you in the, you're right, I'm ready. Women around you that say, yeah, you're ready, you can do this, I know you can do this, I believe in you. You require that. So it's a 4-step process, right? To understand that the opportunity wouldn't appear if you weren't ready. Number 2, to stop waiting. Number 3, to make sure you have a mentor. And number 4, to surround yourself with a group of women who aspires to the same thing. It doesn't mean they need to have the exact same dream or exact same desire as you do, but they're into that space of growth and possibility, right? They believe in magic. I met with a fashion designer right before I left Paris, and he's well known for his corsets, and it was so cute. He stood in front of the class and he said, I believe in fairies. I believe in magic. You want to surround yourself with those type of people who believe in the impossible dream. And I want to actually finish by reading you this part of The Waiting Place, because I looked it up. So really, who says it better than Dr. Seuss himself? The Waiting Place. For people just waiting. Waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go. The mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow. Waiting around for a yes or a no. Or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting, perhaps, for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that is not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. I invite you to stop waiting and to understand that whatever opportunity is in front of you now, you're supposed to walk through it, and you're supposed to say yes. I would love for you to share below what opportunities are in front of you, what doors are already open that you're now prepared to walk through. Look forward to hearing from you.